Welcome back to the vlog. So as you may have seen from the drone footage, this week we're at the Malham lone tree, which is just there in the distance. So we're just going to be taking a couple of shots of this. Never been here before, so it's all new to me. Looks like I've got the place to myself. So I'll get on, get a couple of compositions, and I'll show you what I'm looking at. One thing I have noticed, it's bloody slippy on these limestones, even on this little path. But I'm on my own, no one else around, only the sheep, and they're not gonna laugh at me when I fall. So let's crack on. So I've got this composition now. This is the classic, facing it with the limestone pavement leading up to the tree. I've got it in portrait, so that's how the camera's looking at it. The composition I've got is basically a leading line from the limestone in front leading up to the tree. So just to show you the way I'm getting the composition as well, at the moment I've got the tree quite blowing up and the limestones in the foreground. The original composition meant that it was looking like that. The tree is quite far away because the 16-35 pushes everything away, and the limestone is in the bottom portion of the frame. So I wanted the limestone to fill 3/4 of the frame and the tree to be more brought forward, and in doing that you can warp the lens and warp the picture by turning your camera and pushing it down. So by doing this now as well, I've put the tree into the top third of the frame. So the rule of thirds, it's in the top third of frame. I've got a mid-ground, and then I've got the foreground with the large limestones. I have got some fast grass as well moving around in the wind. In the winter you probably wouldn't have that problem. So I've got the grasses here causing me a bit of problem. This in the winter in the snow would be phenomenal with all the limestone sticking out the snow. So we'll be coming back now that I know it's here. I'll be coming back. It's only a little trip up from Malham village, but yeah, I'm going to take this shot now, and with all the luck in the world, we'll have a little look at the final image. So I'm really happy with that last shot. I did it in a landscape as well as the portrait, just to give me some different options. As you can tell this week as well, the scaffolding's on the face. I'm having a bit of trouble with me reading at the minute. Not that I can't read, but my eyesight's just gone terrible. So right, enough about me. Right, I'm going to change around and maybe sit the tree on the left or the right of frame. I've got an idea about these leading lines going up to it, but there's some bushes on the, well, it's your left, my right, and if I go and put the tree in the right of frame, so this way, if I put the tree in the right of frame, the bushes won't be in the shot. So that's the plan. So I'll move around. There's a lot of weeds. I've got to play with there's a lot of weeds going on because it's summer. So I'm going to play with the composition with the tree in the right. Also, the tree is leaning to the left. So if I stick it in the right of frame, it'll come into shot. I might go a little bit closer and just get it really large in frame. And then I'm going to move. And there's another copse of trees just down the hill over there. So I'm going to have a little mooch down there and see if there's something else I can get on that other tree. And then I'm going to take a 50mm shot of the landscape because the clouds are looking quite cool. And there's a little bit of a gorge going down. So they're the two shots I'm going to work on, and I'll get you on when I've got it framed up. Right, so I quite like this composition. So I've managed to get the limestone in front. There's a bit of a cross, a bit of the foliage is creating like a bit of a crossroads in the limestone. As you can see on the image there, just in the centre of the screen, there's like a piece of limestone and a load of foliage. So I've got that in the centre of the screen, and the tree is sitting just to the right of frame, but it's leaning in to the centre. Just a bit more interesting than your normal smack bang in the middle comps. So I'm just trying to look for different things. Now with the beauty of this shot here, if I can show you with one hand, if I just zoom in a touch and bring it in, I can bring the tree quite close to the top of the frame. And now I've got that I've got this limestone in the foreground as quite a prominent piece. If I back it away again, which is where I had it there, then you've got three pieces that are quite prominent. So I'm just playing around with those two compositions really. I will take both of them and I will put the resulting image up now for you. Just to add, I'm only using a polarizer just to bring some detail in the clouds out. I was going to do some long exposures using a 10 stop, but the clouds aren't moving that fast, to be fair. In fact, they don't look like they've been moving at all. So a long exposure would just be the same as any other shot really. So I'm ISO 64, I've got it around f11 to give me sharpness front to back, so I don't have to stack the images. And I'm around 1/13 of a second, and that's freezing the foliage enough that it's not blurring out. Another little tip as well, if you come here, this limestone, as well as being quite slippy even on a dry day, it's an ankle breaker, so please be careful when you step in between it. The tripod, as you can see as well, got the tripod quite close together and all the legs at different lengths. It's just a minefield, a literal minefield. So just be careful. Well, as you can see from those couple of drone photos, some really nice elevation shots of the area. My drone battery's almost flat out, and after this shot I'm going to film some going over to Malham, over the valley, so I want to save a bit of battery for that, and that's what I'm going to leave you on after this next shot. So this next shot is of the valley below there, because there's some really nice puffy clouds, like a bank of them in the sky that I want to capture, and I have already captured it handheld, but I wanted to show you what I was looking at. So on the screen, put it into live view, just pump up the jam. I don't know if you can see that because of my stupid reflections. So I'll just show you on screen now what I've been looking at. So I've got this limestone in the bottom of frame, smack bang in the centre. It's like a little bit of a ridge, and then it goes to the centre of frame as the little triangle valley bit. And then we've got the third of the sky in the top of frame. So that is looking really nice. I have already captured it, as I said. I'm going to take a couple more just for good luck from this composition, and then I'm getting out of here. So I'd just like to say a big thank you for watching again this week. Malham Cove, never been here before. Again, I think this is a trend with my videos lately. I'm just coming in the wrong conditions. It's been very nice and I've enjoyed myself, but I think in winter conditions, moody skies, a bit of snow on the ground, this would look phenomenal. So that's one in the bag for November, December time. So I'll leave you now. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and like it as well, please, if you will. It really helps the channel to grow if you like the video. So see you next week. God knows where I'll be. Bye for now.